So far, most of the custom qualifiers have been record-breaking massacres. Will this one be different? Only one way to find out. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust. I'm Aaron Yonda. Tonight, it's the custom tournament qualifier number 4, featuring Numbskull Racing, Diner Dashers, Rust A Cheese, Golden Owl, and the Puff Bunny Hitters. Let's head into the garage and take a closer look at these teams. First up, it's the Diner Dashers, sent in by Indiana Diecast Racing. These cars already participated in a race over there, so they're a little beat up, but they're ready to go. Next up, it's Numbskull Racing. They've got some heavy hitters, they've got some agility, and they've got a Lamelt. Rust A Cheese, they've also got some heavy hitters, a ramp, and some good variety here. Here's a nice looking team, it's Golden Owl. They've got a nice variety here, including a car that looks a little bit like if Meatwad was a car. Here's the Puff Bunny Hitters from Puff Racing. They've got some heavy hitters and a couple of buses. Let's head out to the Junkyard and joust. First up, it's gonna be Ain't Fair for Numbskull Racing, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. 104 gram bus slams into place. Got a very low front and back on this thing. The running order is up. It's all random. And the order that the cars go down is also random. First up for the Diner Dashers, it's gonna be the 56 Ford F100 panel van driven by Fonty Flock. Panel van slams into place. Cars are out at the end of the round if they're sideways or upside down. Right side up, they survive and move on to the next round. We go until there are only 2 teams remaining. Time for some cheesy names. Monterey Jack for Rust A Cheese, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Monterey Jack gets in position and that ramp is now set up. This car's a little light, but we'll see if it can keep that ramp in place. First up for Golden Owl, Slim Pickens, sponsored by Ellis Wertenberger. Looks like Slim Pickens is a ramp buster as Slicked Back gets forced off the track. Wow, there's some pieces flying off there. I don't know what broke. Oh, it looks like something probably off of Monterey Jack. That was a nice hit. Up now for the Puff Bunny Hitters, AAA Bunny, driven by Papa Richie. AAA Bunny wipes out 2 cars on the track, but then also flips over with its own force and slides to a stop on the track. You'd almost call that a triple takedown, but unfortunately AAA Bunny took itself out. Here comes Turtle Shell for Numbskull Racing, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Turtle Shell jostles with the cars on the track. Slim Pickens and AAA Bunny are both getting pushed off. Here's the Hudson Hornet, driven by Maria Harden. Hudson Hornet knocks into Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell finishes off AAA, and the track is definitely set up for some good devastation right about now. Looks like the devastation will be provided by Camembert for Rust A Cheese, sponsored by Chone. 110 gram crunch on the back of Hudson Hornet. Camembert goes flying off the track, does not recover. Turtle Shell balances for just a second, but then flips back over. Notoriously difficult vehicle to eliminate, though not impossible. And an unfortunate elimination there for Rust A Cheese. The Grim Creeper, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. The Grim Creeper fares better than Fast Gassin did just last week. Goes right off the track and flips over. Nice recovery there. That's what you want to see. Broken Bunny for the Puff Bunny Hitters, driven by Twinkie Jake. Broken Bunny gets under the Hornet, knocks Slim Pickens off the track, but Slim recovers, and no eliminations on that hit. Good recovery by Slim. Another vehicle we just saw in the Joust from Numbskull Racing, it's Speedbox, a little heavier than the one that ran in Joust, and this Speedbox causes some good action on the track. Broken Bunny escapes the wrath, flips over, but then flips back right up again, and look at that, across the track, Camembert makes a recovery. Amazing job there. The Hudson Hornet also escaping the damage. Here comes a 55 Chevy, driven by Bad Baron. Bad Baron hits a wall in the shape of Speedbox, flips over and goes right off the track. Rough time right there. And right now, Numbskull has 2 solid vehicles on the track that do not want to move. Cheddar, sponsored by Chemical Knight. Cheddar hits the wall, handles it a little bit better than that Chevy, but now is curbside and in danger. Numbskull creating a numb wall. Interested to see how this vehicle does on the track. It's the Brick, sponsored by Sicken. The Brick breaks through the wall, and Speedbox and Cheddar are tossed off the track. Double kill on that hit. Speedbox sliding along Ain't Fair, almost makes a recovery, but then at the last second tips over upside down. Good hit by the Brick. Up now for the Puff Bunny hitters, Peace Bunny Bus, driven by Misty Grand. Misty slams into the brick, gets the brick up in the air, but the brick proves too heavy to get off the track, and it swamps back down again. Here comes Lamelt for Numbskull Racing, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Lamelt pushes the Peace Bunny Bus forward. Peace Bunny Bus gets curbside, but then slots back in and is solid. Lamelt has that low fin, could be a problem for the next vehicle. 8 Crate is gonna give it a run, driven by Owen Cooper. 8 Crate hits Lamelt and it ramps it up, goes all the way into the crates, bounces back and cannot get turned over. That's gonna be an elimination for Lamelt, and that is just one of the reasons Lamelt is dangerous. Here comes Blue, 142 grams, sponsored by Chorgoth, the Infinite Horror. Blue leaps off Lamelt and despite being an incredibly heavy vehicle, bounces all the way up to level 6 on the height chart, pushes the Peace Bunny Bus over with the sheer force of it, and then lands upside down. Very top heavy vehicle, wasn't really going to survive, but it did do some damage. Hodor now for the Golden Owl, sponsored by Farty Marty. Hodor slams into Lamelt, does not go off the back of Lamelt, low enough to not go off the fin, and now we've got a real serious ramp set up on the track. The Ooze Coop, aka Hodor, is known to be deadly in these situations if it can stay in position. Love Bunny Bus is going to take the plunge first, driven by Puff. Puff goes for a ride, look at this, goes all the way down to the crates and flips over. Nice recovery by Puff, survives the Hodor ramp in style, in a bus nonetheless. Nice work there. The Raijin Express might have a low enough front to deal with that ramp, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. Raijin cannot handle the ramp, but it does push it up on Lamelt, and then Raijin makes a spectacular recovery down by the crates, flips all the way over. Wow, big square vehicle, and it still manages to make that recovery. And now Hodor is probably in danger right here. Nice work by the Raijin. 49 Merc now for Diner Dashers, driven by Cheyenne Wheeler. Hodor not able to hold the door, but the 49 Merc does go off the ramp, still flips over, tries to make a recovery, but it's too crowded down there to pull it off, but Hodor's ramp is now neutralized. Gouda now, sponsored by Judy Collins. Gouda knocks out Lamelt, doesn't eliminate Lamelt, but gets it off the track, which is a huge achievement. Apparently the front of that car low enough to get under Lamelt somehow, and that threat has been neutralized. Nice job, Gouda. Here comes the Wambulance, sponsored by the Miskatonic Automotive Club. The Wambulance hits Gouda, but Gouda makes a nice recovery, bounces off of Ooze Coop, slides over, and flips. Good chance of moving on to the next round in that position. Wambulance locked in. Final car of this round, Armor Bunny for the Puff Bunny hitters, driven by William Yums. Armor Bunny hits Wambulance and cannot break the line and suffers because of it, flipping over sideways, eliminating itself. That's going to be the end of round 1, and that's going to bring the elimination tally to 11. Not quite the massacres we've been getting used to with these custom matches, but that's a good thing for these teams. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Numbskull Racing only lost Speedbox. Diner Dashers took a lot of damage, only 1 car left. Rusty Cheese and the Puff Bunny hitters are down to 2. Big story of this match so far, Golden Owl did not lose a single car. Let's hope they can avoid the curse. We're going to start laying the groundwork for round 2 by laying out the brick. The brick slots into place, takes Evil Weevil, our track buffer, right off the track and then bounces back a ways. Running order is up. Numbskull coming down with Lamelt. Lamelt taps the brick forward, brick bounces backwards into Lamelt, and now they are both about halfway down the track. We'll see if Lamelt's fin is a hazard for the next couple cars coming down. Gouda dealt with this fin last round successfully. Let's see if he can do it again. Gouda cannot do it again, goes off the fin, lands on brick, and then tries to escape the track, gets off to the side, maybe to safety. Still a little precarious right there. Here comes Broken Bunny. Broken Bunny does not go off Lamelt, pushes Lamelt and pushes a bunch of detritus off the track. Lamelt goes all the way up on top of the safety rail. There is stuff flying everywhere. I think it was from last round. And now Lamelt is shunted basically in a neutral position up front. Hudson Hornet. Hudson Hornet. Uh-oh, something happened there. Oh, wow. The whole top of the car pops off the chassis, then somehow miraculously lands back on again. And that car is barely holding itself together, literally. Here comes Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens finishes off the Hudson Hornet, or at least half of it. It breaks off completely, and the top of the car is going to be out, but right now the bottom of the car is still in this match. Little peek behind the curtain right there of custom modified cars. These cars must have been in a rough race previous to this. Raijin Express now for Numbskull. Raijin scoops up the chassis of the Hudson Hornet and finishes it off. Puts it down at the end of the track upside down. That's probably going to be it for that car. Slim Pickens makes a nice escape off the side of the track. What's left of the Hudson resting on top of Lamelt. Camembert. Camembert squeezes Broken Bunny off the track. Broken Bunny flips over, then flips again. Nice recovery there. Not so good for Camembert with the force and the weight of that vehicle. Flips over upside down. Made a recovery last time in that position. Will it happen again? Love Bunny Bus. Love Bunny Bus hits the wall and goes right off the side of the track, tumbling over. Still got a chance of recovery in that position. Looks like it's over for Camembert. Hodor. Hodor slots into place, and that does not look promising for any of the cars coming down right now. That ramp is solid behind Raijin Express. This is going to get interesting. If there's any vehicles that can handle that ramp, it would be Ain't Fair. That thing is low to the ground. Ain't Fair kinda handled the ramp, but then flips over with all that weight. Doesn't go off the ramp, but still flips over it and then lands upside down. Tough elimination there for Numbskull. Assuming Ain't Fair can't get back upright, here's the Grim Creeper. Grim Creeper hits the ramp and could be the first casualty for Golden Owl. Goes all the way up to the front, tries to flip it over, but gets stuck, wedged in there. That's gonna be an elimination. Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell, not afraid of that ramp, goes up, hits his face on the crates, flips over, and lands on his feet. Amazing job by that vehicle. Very, very hard to eliminate. Final car of this round is going to be Wambulance. Wambulance does not go off the ramp, hits it and pushes off. Good job there, does not hurt his own team. Taking a look at the field, we've got 5 eliminations in this round, and we are gonna lose our first team tonight. Let's go to the aftermath. Numbskull Racing loses another one. The Diner Dashers are out of this match. Rusty Cheese down to just 1. Golden Owl finally loses 1, and the Puff Bunny Hitters also down to just 1 car. Things starting to get serious here in round 3. Slim Pickens, 4 teams left, 9 cars total. Not quite the massacre that the last 2 matches have been. Couple teams with only 1 car left though, so they have to be careful if they want to stay in this match. Numbskull has 3 left. Here comes Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell hits Slim Pickens and spins around, faces the other direction. He's going to be staring straight at the next car to come down. And it's going to be Broken Bunny for the Puff Bunny Hitters. Broken Bunny, gotta stay alive. Broken Bunny knocks Turtle Shell off. Turtle Shell looks like it could stay upside down for just a second, but then it certainly doesn't. Flips back over again. Keep an eye on that vehicle. It's a survivor. Gouda, final car for Rusty Cheese. Gouda tries to get under Broken Bunny and does it. Broken Bunny goes off, has a good survival technique. Always a little bounce and a flip, and then goes right side up. Slim Pickens on top of Gouda could be in trouble. Here comes the brick. The brick tosses Gouda and Slim Pickens off the track. Slim Pickens gets wedged in front of Gouda. Gouda with a nice recovery, and it looks like there is a slim chance that Slim Pickens is gonna come back from this. Oops, indeed. The brick bounces all the way back down the track, potentially in a tough position right there. Here comes Lamelt. Lamelt cannot get under the brick, scoots it up to the front of the track, and now Lamelt is stuck way back on the track. This can be a very vulnerable position depending on which car's coming down next. Hodor's got a chance to strike. Hodor slams Lamelt up into the brick. Lamelt stays locked in, and now Hodor is set up with that ramp. We know that the Raijin Express can handle that ramp. Let's see what happens. Raijin forces Hodor off the track, pushes Lamelt under the brick. No eliminations, but some good action. Final car of the round, Wambulance. Wambulance hits the wall and does not manage to get any more eliminations. Looks like we're only going to lose one car in this round. All of these competitors tough, hard to eliminate. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Golden Owl with the one oops this round, down to 3 now, even with Numbskull Racing. Rust A Cheese and the Puff Bunny hitters, even with one car apiece. We're heading right into round 4. Starting off with Turtle Shell. Right now, Numbskull and Golden Owl are in the best position to win this match, but the other two teams definitely have a chance. We've seen plenty of instances where one car takes the win just by staying alive for the entire match. As Wambulance locks it into the track, here comes Gouda. A nudge by Gouda gets Turtle Shell up on the safety rail, but can't make anything else happen. That safety rail could be a tricky place for Turtle Shell. If you're going to eliminate that vehicle, that might be the place. Broken Bunny hurdles into Gouda, knocks Gouda off the track. Gouda looks like they're going to survive for another round. Turtle Shell manages over the safety rail just fine. 2 cars locked in. Here comes Lamelt. Lamelt slides in behind Broken Bunny, sets up that ramp. I'm seeing a lot of damage to the back of Broken Bunny there from Lamelt. Didn't look like that hard of a hit, but it took off some paint. The brick. The brick pushes Lamelt under Broken Bunny, but Broken Bunny is fine. Just flips up a little bit and then makes the landing. The good news for the brick is it can handle that fin of Lamelt and use it as a wedge. Raijin Express. Raijin pushes the brick all the way up to Lamelt. The brick hits Lamelt, stops, does not go onto the back. 4 cars lined up. Broken Bunny makes an escape. Hodor. Hodor, final car of the round, hits the wall of Raijin, and the brick can't do anything. That's going to mean there are no eliminations in this round, and we're going to have to go on to round 5. We've got ourselves a competition, folks. None of the custom matches have gone this many rounds. Let's head right into round 5. Now, because there were no eliminations in the last round, we've asked all the drivers to increase their speed. We're going to see some faster, harder hits, and we're definitely going to see some eliminations. Hodor's going down second this time, potentially going to set up that ramp. If he can handle the increased speed, and he does, Raijin actually gets pushed up on the safety rail a little bit from that impact, but the ramp is in place. We've seen Gouda deal with this ramp. Can Gouda do it again? Ooh, Gouda cannot get under the ramp this time. Goes up into the crates, loses some paint on the way, tries to land it, looks like he's gonna, and then he loses control and flips over, and that is potentially gonna be the end of Rust A Cheese unless a miracle happens. Broken Bunny. Broken Bunny handles the ramp like a champ, goes over Raijin, loses some more paint itself, and is in a fairly decent spot right now. We'll see if he can maintain it. Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell hits the ramp and very predictably makes a great recovery. Looks like he's gonna stay over on his shell, but nope, there he goes back again. Amazing recovery. Numbskull gotta be happy they put Turtle Shell on the team. The brick can handle Lamelt, but can it handle Hodor? The brick takes the ramp, hits the crates really hard and flips over, lands improbably on its side, and stays stuck there. A powerful impact and the brick just stunned on the ground. Crash indeed. We've got a couple eliminations. Here comes Lamelt. Lamelt goes off the ramp and flips over. Hodor has eliminated Lamelt. Tough car to eliminate, but that ramp is in prime position right now, almost unavoidable by any vehicle, and that is a huge elimination for Golden Owl. The loss of Lamelt is always big. Wambulance. Wambulance also can't avoid that ramp, but makes a very adept recovery, lands and puts all the wheels on the ground, plants them down. An eventful round for all the teams. We're gonna lose one team, but there's still 3 in this, so we're going to round 6. Let's take a look at the aftermath. With the loss of Lamelt, Numbskull down to 2, Golden Owl down to 2, and Puff Bunny still in this at 1. And with the loss of Gouda, Rust A Cheese have been sliced out of this competition. We're charging head first right into round 6 with Turtle Shell. Speeds are still going to be at the same level they were at last round. This causes Turtle Shell to go curbside, but as we know with Turtle Shell, probably not going to make a big difference. Hodor going down next. Hodor sets up that ramp, can't get Turtle Shell off the track, but does a good job getting Evil Weevil track buffer off. And now Broken Bunny has to survive that ramp again. Broken Bunny doesn't have it this time, runs out of luck, does a lot of flipping off the crates, and no control right there, and that does it for Broken Bunny. Without a little bit of luck, I don't think that car is going to be recovering. Crygen Express. Crygen hits the ramp, but plows through a bunch of cars at the same time, but then flips over next to Turtle Shell, who survived. That is a big takedown right there. Doesn't look like it's probably gonna matter, but that's still a big deal. Wambulance. Wambulance bounces off of Hodor. Look at this flip, and then lands it. Wow, never would have expected that kind of agility from that vehicle, but man, he almost pushes into Broken Bunny and rights him, but luckily stops himself. And with the elimination of the Puff Bunny hitters, that's going to take us down to 2 teams. Let's take a quick look at the aftermath. Golden Out looking pretty impressive with 2 remaining, and Numbskull with Turtle Shell. Those 2 teams are going to be our champions, and they are moving on to the final match. There's just 2 custom matches left before the 12-team Battle Royale to decide the final and ultimate winner of the custom tournament. These are all the teams that have made it so far. It's definitely going to be unlike anything we've ever seen here at Junkyard Joust. I hope you'll tune in next week for the next regular Junkyard Joust qualifier. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time on the Joust.